When I'm done getting decent, yes.
We are live. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
All right. We're still adjusting some things, but welcome to what may be our next big show, or it's a mini series if things horribly fail. We'll see how things go. But tonight we are playing, or attempting to play, Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. I say attempting because I made the wise decision for the first time to run this system to be live with an audience. But we'll see how badly this goes. I know at least one person here is very well versed in the rules.
Is it me?
It's kind of me a little bit, maybe, kind of, sort of, not really, but like I've been playing a lot.
I was gonna say kind of, sort of. You've been playing how much Vampire the Masquerade?
That doesn't mean I know the rules.
I mean, that's fair.
Nikki's entirely a rogue player who don't play by the rules.
All right.
I just have to ask what the rules are every time. I'm like, what do I roll again? What's a frenzy? How do I frenzy?
So everyone should begin at 1 hunger. Because unless you have freshly, fully killed a person, you will be at 1 hunger.
Boom. Got it.
Making sure all that's set up. But
as
tonight,
a note, killing someone and getting caught, you will get killed. Please don't do that. This is your first lesson for Melody.
We're going to cover some basics for all of you as a refresher, because we session zeroed like 6 weeks ago.
I can't edit my character sheet again for some reason.
Oh, you have to click the lock dots button by attributes. It's a big red square.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't say unlock. Both locked and unlocked say lock dots. It's very
interesting.
I had the same problem.
Smartly. That's
well,
why
I now have 1 hunger.
Right. But
red's the color.
Our chronicle is going to be taking place in Portland. Portland is a very, very interesting city in Vampire the Masquerade. We're not going to get into all the details. You find that out over time. But in many ways, this is the city of lost souls. Portland is where the rejects end up. Those that haven't committed an offense bad enough to be executed, or for some other reasons may not be executed by the Camarilla, or are a problem to stay in a better city, are sent here. Vampires without a home kind of flock here. It is both a city of second chances and a city of retribution. Think of it as Camarilla's version of being exiled to Siberia. You are in a city, but unlike Chicago or New York or LA, the actual population size of Portland is very, very small. Typically, the Camarilla only allows 1 vampire per, I believe, 20,000 residents. You can easily quadruple the number of vampires here per resident. Feeding will be difficult because it is a balancing act on a knife's edge. Overfeeding, poaching where you shouldn't be feeding, in any way damaging vampire societies as a whole ability to sustain themselves here, is a death sentence. Now, Portland also is in a very, very interesting situation where they are just across the river from a major metropolitan city. I want to say Vancouver. The thing is, Vancouver's population is much, much, much higher. The problem is comparatively to Portland, the biggest...
Do you mean Seattle?
No, in their book, they say it's Vancouver. That's the problem comparison.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. The biggest problem with that, however, and why I think they worry about more than Seattle, is it's very close. It also has a high vampire population, but it is not Camarilla controlled. It is controlled by the Anarchs, the free states of vampires. And if the vampire population were to drop too low in Portland, well, then Anarchs could just come and clean up a city. Even what's considered the dregs is not something the Camarilla is okay with losing. That has set a very unique rule in our dark echo of Portland. As a vampire, as a kindred, if for some reason within Camarilla society you need to be put to death, they won't simply kill you. That will remove too many vampires. They will put out a sire's bounty on you, which means whoever does kill you is allowed by the prince to sire a new childer. This has led to a balance where the long-lived vampires have a very, very long life compared to many of the others that get churned through. This rule has also meant that they don't have to worry about being lenient with infractions, because there are more than enough in the city that will happily kill you so that their clan can gain even more numbers. Right now, all of you are in a very fortuitous situation, however. We are opening in Elysium. Elysium, for those who aren't aware, is essentially a regular meeting of vampires in the city. The court, your big heads, are always there. Any one part of the Camarilla is encouraged to be there. This is where, think of it as a kindred town hall combined with a ball. There's mingling, there's socializing, but also there are executions. There are, if any laws are changed, or if any major power is to be officially recognized, it will happen at Elysium. The other thing is Elysium is the one time and place where you will be almost guaranteed to at least be in the same room as the prince. Every Camarilla city has a prince. It is the head of the city. While they are all called princes, it does not guarantee that it is a man. Portland is a prime example of that, as your prince is Thera Rosemary, an absolutely stunning woman with a slight British accent, always in the finest, most elegant dresses she can find, made to immaculate, pristine precision, hair pulled back, a fresh rose in it at every Elysium. You're in a fortuitous position because while the city is very much divided by its clans and feeding is very, very limited, many of you are quite fresh vampires, and you're about to be given an opportunity. Now, before we get into the actual dice rolls, and I don't have to be the only person talking, I need to know how everyone's doing today. We all started at 1 hunger. However, every day you wake, you may get hungrier. When you use powers, you may also get hungrier, but right now we just have to worry about how your day is going. I'm going to need a rouse check from all of you. Your character sheet will have a button to rouse.
It's directly under hunger for those who don't see it.
Yes. Under your skills, you then have hunger and then rouse check.
Oh no.
All right. So.
Ooh. Megan, your expression is delightfully telling.
Strawberry, you're doing fine
Uh,
still.
Yes. I'm always fine.
Megan, I see you rolled twice. Was one a practice roll from earlier? Or was that an accident? Megan's
That was
lagging.
an accident.
Okay, there we go. Megan had some lag. That's fine. That's good. So we will take your first roll, which means Beck is also fine. I'm actually going to move this over to the screen so I can see you all and do this. Is it Lay or Leia for you, Taylor?
Lee.
Lee. Sorry. Lee is doing fine. Melody is doing fine. But Dr. Adelaide, you're getting hungry.
We also
You have
need
a
all blush of life.
Yes. We all have blush of life. You all can appear mostly human.
Except for the Nosferatu. It won't
Yes.
make them appear mostly human, but you have to do a rouse to awaken and a rouse for blush of
Yes.
life.
So if you
separately.
wish to actually appear, not like a corpse.
Melody will encourage this.
Yes.
It's like, no, this is not an option.
Do I, so I don't roll them?
You can. So technically in V5, Nosferatu can walk around outside without masquerade breaching, but they are looked at weird still.
That's fine. I mean, Strawberry would just assume it's because she's incredible and her energy, people are just drawn to it.
So if you still want to blend in and look like you're
Oh
not a
no!
corpse,
All right,
you still want to rouse.
she failed.
Yes, another success.
So Strawberry is getting hungry. To hunger. Melody is doing fine. We need a second. Mary, you are muted.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
So it's a rouse check to
Yes, it is a
do
rouse
that.
check
All right.
as well to do blush of life.
Was it just to not look pale?
To not appear as a corpse, yeah, so that your
We're
lips
like a
aren't-
vampire function, right?
Thank God.
when you're
Yeah,
there.
but you
You have to
had to
exist
leave
the rest
else.
of the day or night. You can choose not to, however, being caught out in public without it will be
This is like
highly
the
frowned.
large amount of makeup on her face isn't going to make a difference kind of thing.
No,
Lame. Oh, well, I succeed.
you're fine.
It takes
Adelaide,
like a lot of convincing to make
not.
Lee attempt to do it at any point in time.
and then
Yeah, Strawberry's like, come on, can you just do it? Like, I already
Oh.
fucked up. And,
And-
at least one of us should be fine.
And Beck failed, which means Beck's hunger increases again. You're at 3 hunger now, correct? You started at 1. Oh, no, you
Yes.
passed the first one. You
Yeah.
accidentally rolled twice. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay. Now, some of you are new to Portland, but not necessarily new to being kindred. That would be our good Dr. Adelaide. Beck, you've been in Portland for some time. You are probably fairly familiar with Melody. Melody's home is, think of it as a halfway house when you're first let out of prison.
Much nicer than that.
Yes,
Very
but
well
more,
decorated.
this is where you'll live till we deem you're ready to live in the real world. Strawberry and Lee, you are quite new. Strawberry has been, I believe, a few weeks as a Nosferatu. The man who sired you has been essentially keeping you mostly hidden. Speaking of, today is kind of your debut. Now, Lee, you have found Strawberry at this point. As we established, the person who sired you was a bit of a charlatan. You got away from, luckily. But thanks to Harold's kindness, you both have been kept with him. However, you've been kept underground. Harold is this, it's hard to say a specific age because he's much older than he looks, but he still looks like this somewhat middle-aged man with one pointed ear and the other, it looks like, was just as pointed, but it's cut off, similar to like when you see a dog with pointed ears and they got into a fight and the ear was bit off, as well as a hunchback. He is leading the two of you through tunnels. They're not catacomb tunnels. They're old bootlegger tunnels. Harold hasn't really like shown you how to get around, but when you've needed something, he's taken you where you need to go. Or most frequently, especially until Lee showed up, would kind of just be gone for a couple hours and come back with what you need.
Just to clarify, Harold is the name of my sire, or
Yes.
is Harold?
Harold.
Oh,
is
I
the
wrote his name
of
down
your-
as Howard. My bad. Okay, dope.
It's
I was
fine.
just like, who the fuck is Harold? That was on me. Keep going.
It's fine.
Sorry.
Yes, Howard was your sire.
Oh, Howard was my sire.
Yes. Or, no, Harold. You said Howard, and now I'm saying Howard. Very serious
fucked
grain.
up.
Grumble, grumble, grumble. Brood, brood,
The
brood.
show is canceled.
It's really confusing because Lee switches it up every time that she addresses them. So
Yeah, that's part of it.
can't keep
too.
it straight.
I think that the real
Howard?
sire was the friends we made along the way. So
Yeah.
Now, Harold would be the one, in your case, Lee, that would have told you, like, you really should do this, especially walking around with the two of us about Blush of Life and everything. Strawberry, he would essentially just, you can do it, but given our any kind of gestures that is like misshapen hand, given our affliction, it's assumed we'll stand out. But we have a place to go tonight, somewhere where it will be the closest to feeling welcome you can get. What's up?
Sent you a quick question to clarify the Harold Howard thing.
Yes. Both.
Okay. Cool. Just checking.
Yes, both. Now, at the same time, we are going to cut, unless there's anything you want to say to Harold, anything you want to do before you head towards this Elysium he's been speaking of.
I'm just head down, shuffling behind, quiet.
I'm just yeah, so like what changed? Because I thought we were just hanging out here, and now you're taking us to a ball, which is cute. We love a ball. But I haven't gotten any new dresses, and so like I could wear this. It doesn't seem nice enough for a ball. And Lee, honey, you look good in everything, and that's just not cool. So can we go shopping first? That'd
Give
be really
me
great.
a charisma plus manipulation check.
So I roll twice? I roll
No,
both?
it is the two pools combined. When you click to roll one of them, it will ask another thing to roll, and you just pick the second one.
It's an attribute and a
Oh.
skill.
This
So
Ooh.
sometimes it's double attribute, and
Is
this
it?
one, yeah, there are for more
Okay.
generalized things that wouldn't require skills, and I'm rolling for just general likability right now.
And what is my pool size modifier?
So you do not have a modifier. However, your difficulty is going to
Oh.
be 3.
Oh, so I add 3? this or
After you
just-
pick your pool size modifier, it'll ask for your
Oh, I see
difficulty.
it. Got it.
That's how many successful dice you need.
Oh, I don't know what this means.
You got
3 successes.
3 successes.
Cool.
2 of them. Okay, only one of them is a critical on the hunger dice.
If you get the 2 crits, you get the extra critical or extra successes, but double criticals on the hunger dice means a messy critical, which is bad.
If any of the criticals are your hunger dice, you succeed amazingly because you kind of let the beast out.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
with this was rolling just for general likability. How Harold feels towards you. He will
Yeah.
turn.
I'm a breath of fucking fresh air.
I
I
understand.
mean, I'm delightful.
I had a feeling you would feel that way, Strawberry. And he's gonna like walk/shuffle over to a closet where he's going to open, and hanging on a hanger is this blood red sequined dress.
Merci beaucoup. I love you, Daddy. Thank you. And she runs over. Is that okay? That felt weird. I'm not gonna call you that. But yeah, thank you so much. This is great. I love it. Oh my god, I look so hot.
If you had gotten more successes than 3, he would have also had gotten something for Lee. But you're likable,
Lee
but
looks-
not that likable.
Lee looks hot.
She's
and
unbothered.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like,
Lee woke
What
up
are-
like that. Like, what the hell?
yeah. What's like the over under that they're definitely gonna fucking murder us when we're there, because there's like weird vibes.
God, Lee, you can't just ask if they're gonna murder us. That's so rude.
I'd rather know, you know.
I will be candid with you. For Strawberry, there is a very good likelihood Strawberry was allowed.
Oh.
From what I know of what happened to you, Lee, while it is against many rules, it is not often we have siblings in different clans. And given the situation, so this is where we're going to bring up Lee is Malkavian, correct?
Yep.
How does the beast present to you? Like, what is the
Good question. What does that mean?
So for Malkavians, the beast is tied very much up with. In fact, I'll actually let Nikki, because Nikki plays a Malkavian and has gone very deep into this, so I think she can do it justice. I know a lot of it, but they're my favorite clan, and I'll have someone who does it justice describe it.
So Angel is a Malkavian who has synesthesia and hallucinations, and she is an artist. Her beast is every single critic and every single insult she's ever received, all piled onto each other. So thousands of voices talking at the same time, demanding what they want when her beast takes over. Where another
So
person,
it's just like a vibe, like, or it's like something that not a memory, not a like. It's not an actual, like, I don't turn into a werewolf.
It's your
It
demons,
is
basically. It's your
Okay.
demons.
Yeah.
Usually Malkavian has to do with like something mentally, like other people. It could be physically. It could be a lot of different.
Oh, easily. All the
Yeah.
shit kids had to deal with in the foster service. That's like a whole reason she is closed off.
Yeah, some people have like their possible abusive parent as their beast in their head. I had a character that had like a really random deep voice that like a survival instinct almost that kicked in because of how she died. So it's like, no, we will kill him or we will die. And it like, that's how hers came in. So everybody's is different. Malkavians are just unique because they tend to have delusions when their beasts take over a lot of times.
Yeah, yeah. And then it's just that all those people that made her life hell and made her feel isolated.
All right.
Except
Yeah.
me, because I'm the best.
Like all
By
of
that
you,
I mean
Shop
real.
Barry.
By that I mean real life J-Mark.
all of you
Yeah.
as kindred have beasts. Again, it's the demon tied to you. For the Nosferatu, the beast twists your body and forces you into the isolation of the beast.
Mhm.
For the Malkavians, the beast latches on to whatever weakness is in your mind and twists it and cranks it to 11. And it is essentially your psychosis is what fuels the beast. For Toreadors, because we're going to deal with many of them, they are artists. And it takes that artistic eye and that love of beauty and twists it into an obsession. For Tremere, they're very weird because they cheated their way into being vampires with magic.
So Toreador are basically like, that seems to suggest that like Vincent van Gogh was a Toreador,
He may have
Beethoven
been.
was a Toreador.
They all may
Any
have been.
seductress ever.
Yeah.
Though my Malkavian was an artist, so not all.
Yeah, I was going to say
artists are
Van Gogh
Toreador.
would have more likely been a Malkavian because his greatest demon was his clinical depression. He just found a way to express it through art. He wasn't obsessed with beauty. He was obsessed with getting what he saw out of him, which is very Malkavian.
I feel that. Yeah, no, these real world comparisons actually help me understand.
Yes.
Thank you
That's
very
actually
much.
Angel 100%. It's like, get it out
Honestly,
of my head on the paper.
Andy Warhol would be a perfect Toreador
Mm,
because he
This
also
helps.
latched onto the prestige and the image of it.
yeah, he did.
But with that, we are going to allowing you to get ready. The rest of that will happen in the background. We are going to shift to an apartment in downtown Portland, a loft. I believe we modified the actual architecture of Portland to put the loft above the museum, correct? Because Elysium,
Yep.
There are many museums in Portland, but Elysium takes place, the main Elysium. There's a backup location just in case. But the main location takes place in the Portland Museum of Art downtown. There's a specific floor for it, all of that. But within that building, on the very top floor, what was once storage for extra paintings and art pieces has been converted into a loft apartment. At least one suitable for vampires. You don't need food. A fridge may be up there to keep some blood fresh, but you don't need a kitchen. You don't need a bathroom. And up there we find Melody. Her assistant is currently absent, probably off doing some tasks to get Elysium ready, or maybe some tasks for your Primogen, the head of your clan.
I delegated.
Yes, exactly. But
I get
also,
delegated too. I delegate.
Also staying with you currently is Beck, who, how long have you been turned, Megan?
I think we said fairly recently.
Yeah. So we'll
You
probably
said
put
2
you at
months?
like 6 months. which means essentially Beck is, as long as Beck's been doing very well, probably close to being able to be out and okay.
Yeah.
As well as Dr. Adelaide is there, having been sent to you, while not a new vampire. Tremere are not trusted. And making sure you're not coming to Portland to raise some cattle for some experimentation is essentially priority one. So we will open with the three of you. Dr. Adelaide, we will say you haven't been here long enough to be at an Elysium here, but you've been to an Elysium. Since you've been here for 6 months, you have likely been to at least 5 to 6 other Elysiums back.
God, we hold them at once a month. Oh, jeez, so much work.
Mm-hmm.
That's Nikki complaining, not Melody.
Yeah. Oh, do you wonder why your sire dumped this onto you?
Oh, I have no wonder or curiosity as to why my asshole of a sire is dumping work on me.
Question. So is Portland's Elysium, is it like a full-on like gown affair? Because I'm sure it depends on each city of what the prince requires.
The cover for the Elysium is that it is an art function. So gowns would not be questioned. However, you're also in Portland. So someone coming to a prestigious art function in jeans and a flannel, especially since downtown Portland also has a very high hipster population in this time, is also not looked down upon. Now, granted, there is probably once a year where there is a much, much more formal Elysium. This is not that.
You would not be able to tell that by Melody's attire. She is fully dressed up.
Yeah, you haven't met the prince yet, Adelaide, but also the prince, Thera, will always be going 100%. She does not slack off when it comes to appearance. Which means, Melody, you are expected of the same, even if not every vampire in Portland is. But you all can decide what you're currently doing. Elysium is... You need to be downstairs in about an hour, Melody. Elysium will probably be officially starting in an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay. I think she has like a tablet out and she's just scrolling through it and she goes, okay. I think everything is ready. If you two are good with getting ready, we are expecting some extra guests today brought by Harold.
Harold probably messaged that to you directly.
Yes, I don't go into explanation to be
very much tied to messages with other things in your background we discussed earlier today.
We do expect some guests. I'm not looking forward to that. But the prince seems to be in a good mood today, so that is wonderful. So Dr. Adelaide, you can meet with the prince. And Becky, you've met with the prince, right? The first month, I believe. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Okay. Just trying to keep track. If you want something nicer, there are clothes that you can borrow. Just it's up to you. But I strongly suggest maybe something nicer.
I feel like what I have on is like pretty nice right now.
I guess I should ask what you're wearing.
Yeah, it's very much Becca's full Portland style fashion, where it looks like it's just jeans and a white tank top and like a slightly big flannel. But because she comes from deep Portland lore, the West Hills, family of money, they're all the clothes that cost like way too much money to be what they are.
So while the expense is in your attire, and I do appreciate that, the aesthetic isn't quite But you do you.
I'm not going to wear a dress.
There. Okay.
What about a suit? Like a nice jacket?
I don't
Do
own
I
any
have to wear a
pantsuits.
shirt underneath it?
No. You just have to have some fashion tape, but
Dress
whatever.
fancy.
I have fashion tape.
Greatly entertained by a world of vampires where there's still like no nips. So
Oh
yeah,
no,
that's
I was
great.
literally referencing Mary's go-to, dress fancy, tits out.
Yeah, dress fancy, tits out.
Also, I'd like to know, how many months ago did you buy Beck an appropriate dress that has been hanging in their closet, Melody?
6 months.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I bought you like 3 dresses so you can pick your favorite, and she hated all of them.
Yeah.
And has yet to buy a pantsuit. She refuses to buy a pantsuit.
As an act of deference to you, Beck is just going to change out of the oversized flannel and put on an oversized, like, gray wool blazer and be like, this is the best I can do.
You know what? I will accept this as a win.
Thanks.
This is better than last month. We will get you a pantsuit, though. Okay?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
All right.
That's all you need. Did everybody eat? Not feeling any bestial urges? We're keeping track on those things.
Melody, I work in a hospital. When do I not?
So it's mostly direct. Sorry, I'm very accustomed to people being very new here. I apologize.
I'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I would like, part of me wants to insight check because I'm thinking about Angel, and Angel has such good insight, but this character does not have great insight, so I'm not going to do that. Be like, okay, awesome. As long as you're sure that you're going to be fine, that's fine. I do need to head out in a few minutes to go take care of some last minute things and last minute details, make sure that they put the decorations in the right place this time and got the right flowers, because last time they did not get the right flowers and that was not okay. And then she like kind of just walks up with her tablet still muttering under her breath and starts calling someone to bitch at about making sure we have the right flowers.
All right. So, I am going to need a roll from you, Melody. I am going to need etiquette plus composure.
Okay.
This is more or less you just doing finishing touches you need, contacting those you need. We're going to make this a difficulty 3.
Is it related to the Elysium?
Yes. If that gives you a bonus, then
Cool.
yes.
I don't know how to add an extra dice.
When you pick, it'll then ask for bonus or penalty.
Full size modifier.
Yep.
+1. Submit. Difficulty?
3. This is not a very
4
important.
successes.
Wow. This is going to go off very, very well.
I am very good at my job. Very good at making sure the prince is happy.
Very, very good.
Giggity. I mean, sorry.
In fact, we are going to follow you as you're kind of coming down. We'll say the main way in and out of the loft is actually the service elevator for the museum, the one to like move sculptures and large paintings and everything. So you're coming down on to the second to highest floor where the Elysium is taking place, and your additional success will mean Thera is there waiting for you.
Oh, my prince, I'm so glad you made it early.
Ah, hello, my pet. I wanted to make sure everything was to Ego's satisfaction before we had another fit.
She hides a slight distaste at the mention of her sire. Of course, everything is perfection. I made sure of it myself.
Give me a composure plus subterfuge check.
Oh, I'm not good at composure.
The difficulty is
using,
only 2.
Why do you keep using composure?
Because you're in charge of the main social function in the Camarilla. Your composure is mandatory.
Do I have... I know I get +1 for being beautiful. Yes. Do I get any bonuses for being... I don't think I do for a status Camarilla. And is this to avoid suspicion or deflect blame?
Yes, it's to hide your...
Then I get +3 dice.
Distaste. So...
Difficulty?
2. It is not that difficult.
9 successes, motherfucker.
Okay, she is completely unaware of this feeling when you bring up ego. Says, we just don't want another incident like last time. Plus, arriving early gives me some free time with you. As she then, like, free time grazes a finger across your cheek. I've been rather hungry.
Of course. Let's take care of that, shall we? I believe your office is available.
As it always is. Now, as she takes you into the office, we are going to have Harold with Strawberry and Lee arriving after walking what feels like a mile through these tunnels, arrive to a ladder. He will help Strawberry up, as you're going to have to climb a ladder in your ball gown. But it leads to a access, or it's not even an access panel. It's a very old hidden door in the basement of what appears to be a museum of some sort. There's paintings in crates and all kinds of stuff that's in storage down below. He heads to a freight elevator. He pulls out an RFID card and scans it. You don't see any reader or anything. It just looks like normal buttons, but he scans it and 4 of the buttons light up at once, green. And the elevator immediately goes straight to the Elysium floor. No risk of stops. Now, while this is going on, is there anything that Dr. Adelaide or Beck would like to do?
I just want to make sure our new people are welcome. And I would like to be sure to introduce myself first. If I can, okay. I want to wait near the elevators kind of so I can be down there, because I know from living here for a little while at least that Melody, whenever the prince is called in, is usually busy for a little bit. And I'm going to use that as my moment, kind of.
All right. Are you going to take the freight elevator down? Because it's presumed you're up in the loft still. Are you going to try and take the freight elevator down, or are you going to take the fire stairs?
Trying to think. I'd probably do stairs.
Okay. Well, that matters because Harold was using a key card that blocks out all other access to the freight elevator while they're on it, so I would have you roll to see if you did it beforehand. But with the stairs, we bypass that. So the 3 of you, Harold, Strawberry, and Lee, go all the way up. Again, it's a freight elevator. It's not fast. And it's the kind of old accordion door, so you actually see the floors going by. But not onto the main floors of the museum, always a back room. Until you make it to the correct floor. It opens. You see this elegantly decorated room that definitely appears designed for a combination ball / corporate meeting, because it's very much like a mingling space. There is a small, very obvious like stage location that's probably about like 10 feet across, about 3 feet up off the main floor. So if someone were to need to make an announcement or anything, people would be able to see it easily. There isn't anyone when you first arrive. And Harold will be, it's fine. They're probably busy with their activities. When a side door opens and a woman comes out, and I don't think we've discussed what Adelaide looks like yet.
Yeah. So Adelaide is tall and a slender woman. Probably could have made it as a model, but didn't. She's got a red off the shoulder dress on that kind of has a high slit, blonde hair in a low updo, and has a clutch in her arm, and has a warm smile, and it meets her eyes in a, if people have, you guys probably haven't seen a lot of vampires before, but there's a different sense of humanity to her than you might sense from other people. And she just says, so you're the people, I'm guessing, that Melody has talked about?
And
Oh my goodness. Hi. Are you
Hi.
the prince? It's so nice. You are stunningly gorgeous.
could
Oh my
never
God.
be-
What's your sign? What's your sun? What's your sun sign?
Strawberry.
Are you a
Strawberry.
Virgo? Because you're giving me like Batty boss, like got her shit together.
Capricorn, but
Capricorn.
I'm
Oh,
not
we
the
love
prince.
a Capricorn, honey.
I would never boast to be such. My name is Adelaide Whitlock. It's
Well,
a
I
pleasure
think
to
you're a
meet you.
royal beauty anyway. I think
Miss
you're
Thank you.
gorgeous.
Whitlock, kind of slightly pushing in front. Harold would normally only be like 5'8", 5'9", but with the hunchback and everything, he's like 5'5", 5'6". Looking up towards you. I do not believe we have met. Where is Melody?
She's with the prince at the moment.
And you are... I have a name.
New to town.
Oh, I should have smelled it on you. Are you the witch?
I guess that's one way to say it, but I don't really practice much anymore.
No offenses meant, just categorization.
This look on my face, like that was really fucking rude. I don't say anything. I'm like, you don't just say how someone smells.
Lee, Strawberry's leaning into Lee, like, oh my God, they got witches here. Do you think she'd like some sage? I could totally give her some sage. I think it'd be perfect.
Well, it's
That'd be a good
very
bonding moment.
nice to meet you, Miss Whitlock, but I need to speak with Melody before the festivities begin about these
Of
two.
course, let me just take you up there.
All right. Well, you already said was with the prince, and now you're saying take her out there. So I am going to need a manipulation plus subterfuge.
All right.
And you're going to be -1 to your die pool because Harold knows a lot of things and is always paying close attention.
I did find out, in case nobody else noticed, if you pick your skill first, then it will let you pick an attribute second instead of picking 2 attributes.
Yes. Yeah, you got to pick
and then
your skill
I don't
first,
know
which is
if
annoying.
this would be appropriate. I do have beautiful, but I know that he's Nosferatu, so I don't know if that would count.
The
It's
thing
social
is,
skills generalist.
yeah, well, it's subterfuge.
It's based off your manipulation skill. So if you use charisma, manipulation, or composure, you can use beautiful or stunning.
Yeah. So manipulation's being used, and yes, Harold will be affected by that.
Okay.
Just because he looks that way does not mean he doesn't have taste.
They thankfully got rid of the like discrete hatred between Toreador and Nosferatu in this game or in V5, because that was like a huge thing.
I will know. I love the new downside for Nosferatu in the player's handbook, where they can look totally normal, but they just passively attract vermin to wherever they are.
I had that as an option?
The book isn't even fully out yet. It's like out in PDF. But we can, honestly, we can do that. We can do that for you.
I need Strawberry to be a city-themed Disney princess.
I love it. Oh my god.
Yeah, it'll attract like rats and cockroaches and stuff. So
incredible.
Find it and send you the information.
Thank you.
Yes. No,
Nikki.
thank you.
I saw that and I was
retool.
like, this is amazing.
Okay, I am retooling Strawberry, how Strawberry looks. She's a fucking cutie without the scars in her eyes and everything, and she's a goddamn Disney princess, and I'm so excited. She's basically an Enchanted when Ham sings, and then rats and pigeons and cockroaches come into the house.
The thing is it affects the Haven, like as an actual penalty, so it's going to affect where everyone lives.
Oh, Molly will hate that.
Because it gives a penalty to social checks in the Haven.
No.
Strawberry's going to turn your Haven into Joe's apartment.
All right. What's the difficulty?
I'm going to name all of them.
We are going to say 4.
Oh, okay.
It should be in a post roll, but I'm not going to pull up all of Harold's stats right now. All right. 3.
So
Okay, there we go. So with 3, that will not pass Harold's vibe check. However, you got very, very close. Which, like, Harold's also going to be like, well, very well. How about we compromise, Miss Whitlock? I will wait down here where the Prince and Melody is, and you can take these 2 new fledglings upstairs, since you want to meet them so very much.
I'm new to town. Any friend is better than what I have already.
You're very new to town, Miss Whitlock. Please do not develop a negative reputation with me.
I'm sorry.
What's
if I offended
happening
you
currently?
in any way?
The lovely Dr. Was it from Chicago is going to take
Chicago's
you
fun.
Upstairs. The party is not yet started, but I need to talk to the woman organizing it about the situation going on.
It's
Lee,
fine.
I will say, given the question you asked me of the over-under, I am trying my best to keep you in the over column.
Sweet.
Oh, Harold, 1 second. And before Harold walks away, Strawberry gently picks up a rat off his hunchback and goes, "Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Slinty just is like really friendly."
You are a very special creature, Strawberry.
Oh,
and
thank
Harold's
you.
gonna, like, even in his death as he has the blush of life, just turn the slightest bit purple instead of white. As dead blood flushes in his face.
Like, okay, got you. I was like angry or like charmed.
No, Harold is powerful enough. His blood is not like your blood.
Got it.
And he doesn't care about blush of life too much, so that blood is not appearing red unless he's eaten quite recently. But yes, you can go upstairs with the doctor. I will note for Adelaide, as it's stated, but also so everyone can keep track, you never stated you were from Chicago.
Oh no,
Or that you
I
were
never
a
did.
doctor. Harold very immediately essentially was telling you without telling you in front of them, I know everything I need to know about you. Do not test me.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
This is
I know
training
the
wheels
game.
mode where I'm giving you, well, I'm also giving these for everyone playing. Of eventually those training wheels will come off, but never underestimate a vampire, especially a Nosferatu.
Oh no.
So Melody and Prince Thera will finish up.
How much does she take? Because I need to make a rouse check.
Just one.
Okay. Do.
Just a bit to top her off before the
Yeah,
event.
a little hungrier. But I don't complain.
As the prince comes out with this dark red satin handkerchief, just dabbing the corner of her mouth, followed by, I would presume, Melody would be staying close behind. Spinning on his heels with the quickness and grace of a dancer, just immediate heel turn. Harold spins. Hello, my prince. If you haven't got, Harold has very much Quasimodo meets Beast vibes. He's just, hello, my prince. I need to speak with your little darling for just a moment about the festivities. We have my new appointee, but we may have found a stray as well, and I want to check with her about things. And Prince Thera will say, it's understandable, Harold, if you feel this is necessary. I have never not trusted your judgment, and you know what happens to those who are foolish, and you're not. So I will amble around for the time being.
I will be back as soon as I can.
And he immediately, half pulls you back into the office and closes the door.
She straightens up her dress a little bit and she's like, hello to you too, Harold. I hope things are well, but I'm assuming not.
Things are well, but have reached a complication. However, it may be beneficial to all of us. As you may have heard, I was granted a siring of a prodigy.
I did. Congratulations.
The problem is that prodigy had a sibling that went sniffing around.
Problematic, yes.
Not too much. We could always deal with that and just not let them find out. But sadly, they went sniffing around the wrong quarters, and, well, one of Boban's little traps was sprung.
Okay, then.
Not sure why. Maybe as some sick game. Or maybe just he was forgetting himself again. But Boban sired the sibling.
Without permission, I'm
Without permission. That would cause for an execution.
That would, yes.
But there's something very interesting, Melody. Now, as far as you know, Melody, Boban is the Ventru primogen. As we had
So then
discussed,
she would have said Venture then. It's like
Yeah.
so she would have been like a Venture then. No, I'm okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. We've discussed. Boban has a very select set of abilities where he can very well guise himself as a Ventru. He says, yes, you see, very clearly sired by him, but there's a madness in her that grew.
A Venture sired a Malkavian. Are we sure it was Boban?
I am sure it was Boban, but I am not sure it was a Ventru.
Interesting.
Yes. So, we could let it play out, let the catastrophe happen, or we could twist the knife. The problem being is if they know she is sired by Boban, well, then everything is revealed. But if we weren't knowledgeable about that and merely found her on the streets, this is the city of lost souls, and we do know poor Thera has such a kind heart. I'm sure with some convincing she'd be willing to let two siblings stay together. Especially if one is merely a victim of someone careless.
You're wanting me to lie to the prince.
I'm needing you to lie to the prince. Just a small lie. I mean, as you said when I told you, are you sure this? You did not find her. More so, I need you to convince the prince, or more guarantee the prince, that the stray, because that is what she is, that this stray should be spared. You're already going to be looking after Strawberry, given her acute affliction of my clan's traits. She doesn't seem like she would fit in the underground as well as most of us.
Intriguing. So I have two questions before I say yes. One, does this Malkavian know who sired her?
She would recognize him, which means a talking is in order.
Will you be doing the follow-up question that is not part of the two questions? Will you be doing that talking?
I will do the talking tonight, but if she is staying in your care, I need you to make sure her decisions are not swayed towards honesty. I will reiterate with her that the alternative is death, but they're new. Their blood is still warm, which means a conscience still flickers. I don't like risks.
Fair. Second question. Would the sea race one of the boons?
As I said, it is a need. So yes, and he goes and he pulls out this little moleskin book. We can bring you to 3.
Wonderful.
If it is necessary.
I'm glad we could come to this agreement. I will do my best. Which we know is very good.
Yes, you will do what is needed, Melody. If I thought otherwise, I would have just killed her.
That would be a shame. Malkavians are such fun.
Given her siblings' very special nature to our clan, you saw no deformities of physical. It very much interests me what that bloodline could do when they hear the voices.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay. I understand.
Very good.
Lovely chatting with you as always. You always bring such interesting things to my doorstep.
As always, Melody, you are a pleasure and a kindness, and quite useful, which, as we know, is the most important of all. But you should go have a chat with your diner friend, the prince, and I will go fetch the children.
He openly just like call out that I know what you
You
did.
two are alone. Harold, here's the
As
thing.
he knows
First of all,
everything.
for a vampire, this is actually a very nice person.
No, I know.
Let's
I
be
know.
honest. But also the best thing and the reason why he's in the position Harold's in, they would not, is that he's candid and he's honest. Sometimes to a fault, but he's eliminated most of those weaknesses at this point.
I really wish you wouldn't say those things out loud.
It's fine. You're in the prince's office in Elysium. This is one of the few places even I had trouble seeing into.
There. Well, if that is all, I have flowers to make sure that they're correct and a prince to go talk to.
Okay.
And new fledglings to meet, I am assuming, in a moment. Another day, another lack of work for Ego. And
well, I will give you a little treat, Melody.
Oh.
If my plans go accordingly, the entire court may crumble. That includes the Primogens. Do not worry, your precious Thera is safe. She is more useful than others, but she's lended herself to some bad company, present company excluded.
Of course. You were fantastic. But yes, if your plan were to succeed and one was to happen to get rid of a thorn in my side, literally and figuratively, I could be down for that.
I know you could be. I wouldn't have told you if it was a risk to me. Come on now.
Let me at least pretend that I'm agreeing with you without you knowing
Have your
beforehand.
fairy tales, Melody. You have a princess to woo. As he gestures towards the door.
She rolls her eyes before straightening up and fixing her dress and stepping back outside.
So coming out, you'll go to the prince, which we will actually... Do you want to cover that now, or do you want to break while I go to them? Because either way, I have to keep talking.
Up to you.
We will follow Harold. Upstairs, Dr. Whitlock, what did you do when you brought them upstairs?
Yeah, I'm getting him a drink, trying to get to know them. I'm pretty sure they're the ones that are going to be moving in, and I would like to have friends. So, this your first time?
Being a vampire? Like,
No.
yeah, I mean, I guess like anytime you turn, that's your first time. You're funny.
I mean, coming to Elysium.
Oh yeah.
Is that like this building?
That's a movie,
yes.
right? I love, like, with Matt Damon. It's a great movie. It's really dope. They're like in space. It's real cool. I didn't like it when he started trying to sell me cryptocurrency, but otherwise I thought he was like pretty dope.
Well, right now, the Prince of the Camarilla is here. And this is where all of us outcasts find a home.
I'm not even going to ask questions, honestly, at this point.
Probably wise. Safer.
Mm-hmm.
So, Beck, you're also up here if you want to do anything.
Yeah, I imagine just sort of like hiding out in the kitchen and kind of walking in from afar, and then just wants to bring in a tray of really expertly mixed cocktails. Just sort of like silently put them down in front of everybody and just stand there in complete silence.
Strawberry's jaw immediately drops upon seeing Beck. Like she's like entirely. This is the first time she's ever shut the fuck up. She's just like.
My eyes go just like big for a second and then back to normal. Like
It's gonna get real gay in this halfway house.
I would like to emphasize one small thing that Beck and Dr. Adelaide would know is that most kindred cannot eat and drink unless they have Humanity 8 or the merit for it.
I can.
The newbies will not know this, so they might eat and drink and then vomit it all up. But that's some fun we can have.
Yeah, Mary's mean. I knew Mary knew this.
I'm helping as a person who doesn't know how to play vampire.
I specifically took the advantage because I don't ever want to be in a position in which I can't drink a glass of wine to fit in. That happened in the 2 games that I've played of vampire before. I was so out of place because I couldn't like pretend to drink or eat, so I'm taking the damn advantage. So
yeah, Strawberry never drank before turning anyway. She's very like, she loves a good she loves a good like kombucha. So she like posts Dr. at Whitlock and she like whispers, she's like, oh my god, who is this talking? Like what is happening right now?
Beck. Beck's been with us for about 6 months.
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry, I know you probably can't drink this. It's just like that's what I do, and I don't know what else to do when new people come. So I just did what I do. Here you go.
That's so thoughtful. Like I love that. Oh, do you like animals? This is Flinty. I named him after the rat that trains the turtles, but I didn't know if that would be like copywritten. So I named him Flinty instead.
He's really cool.
Oh my god.
I just give the rat a high five, but he doesn't put his paw up, so I just boop his face.
So
literally Strawberry just goes, oh.
Lee, I saw just down the wine without worrying about it. Adelaide, I need you to roll, we'll say science plus intelligence.
Awesome.
For difficulty 3.
Beck said this is what they do. I'm gonna not be rude.
It's a damn good drink.
It's a damn good drink. I'm probably reaching for strawberries too.
Yeah, and that was normal to when we were in the foster home too.
Yeah.
Like entirely that was the dynamic. I would eat like all the vegan food that they would throw at us, and then you would drink the booze, and that's how.
Yeah.
The difficulty will be 3.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
This is bad. This is really bad. This is really, really, really bad.
Oh, there's a spell. Oh dear.
That is a.
You can use a willpower to reroll.
I would like to use a willpower.
Yeah, you can reroll 2 of your dice.
The only problem is, so you have 2 hunger.
Yep.
So you would only be rerolling 2 dice, which would only get you to 2 successes max, unless you crit on both dice, which is very rare.
But it won't be a bestial failure.
Yeah.
No, if it's a difficulty 3, she can't get 3 successes. You can't reroll blood dice.
Oh shit, that's right. You can't reroll blood dice.
You can reroll 3 dice that are non-blood dice.
So you have a 1% chance of succeeding on a reroll. Because it'd be 2 10s.
Yeah, you have to roll 2 10s.
That doesn't sound worth it at all.
Oh.
Damn, Lee, you had to drink that alcohol. You broke.
Well, it's my fault for saying I wanted to do the check.
The game.
It's fine.
I don't even know what's happening. I'm just like,
Fine.
so like you a bartender or what? Like I'm just
So,
talking through whatever.
Adelaide, as she's drinking, seeing a vampire without any discussion of it before, without doing any kind of potency of their blood, preparing themselves at all, just drinking alcohol. That's already going to come off slightly. It's going to set off some alarms given what your goals are. But when those alarms go off, your desire for finding that cure, your need for it, eats into you and your hunger increases.
Yep.
Oh my god, I need to protect Adelaide at all costs.
For a moment, like as you see her tilt her head back with the drink, you essentially, her swallowing, seeing the neck move reminds you of the pulse of an artery right there, and you're just, keep yourself together.
I think there's a face break for a moment where she's very coy, elegant, calm, and there's a look of melancholy that just washes over.
With my either heightened sense or premonitions, can I like key in on the fact that I'm possibly in danger of my throat getting ripped out for a second? Be like, what the fuck?
So heightened
Key in
senses
on whatever this is happening.
aren't really going to help you. I believe you have to activate heightened senses. But
yeah.
You can roll your, let's see, wits plus, do insight plus wits. Especially since you're not used to vampire culture and everything, like your naivety will work against you a little.
Do I need to put a difficulty?
Your difficulty is going to be 2.
I think I succeeded. 7 out of 2.
Yeah.
3 crits. Nice.
So initially
Insight
your response is going to be like, you notice her mood change with your neck and all. And you kind of have this flash of like, I exposed my neck to a vampire. And there's kind of this like, man, she must be really hungry. She wants to eat even me. And then you're like, wait, well, it might be possible for like a vampire to eat another vampire. You're not the food anymore.
Yeah.
So you're going to notice it. You're going to realize, oh, I exposed myself, but you scored so high. You're also going to be like, either this doctor is very dangerous even for a vampire, or something's off.
Down my drink. Just look over. Like, eyes up here.
Sorry. Memories. That's all.
At that point,
Oh my god, I love that song from Cats.
At that point, the
elevator
slides open as Harold comes in humming memories.
No, Harold, please don't get her started on Cats.
And also, it's 100% the really terrible movie version.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Not even the Broadway show. That's significantly.
I don't think
better.
Lee knows that there's anything else.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's been the only experience to Cats. Is like that's the worst.
He'll come in and immediately see all of you and just it appears the doctor was at least trustworthy enough to leave you alive. Strawberry, Lee, I need the 2 of you for a moment.
Okay, let's go, Lee. And I grab Lee by the hand and be like, you're not too drunk, are you? You don't want to get sloppy like that one time.
Now also say, Beck,
you get drunk anymore? I grab the other drink and follow.
Beck, you have seen Harold at every Elysium, but Harold hasn't really had a reason to like fully sink his claws into you. Because he won't deal with you unless he has a use for you. So but he's also a hunchbacked Nosferatu with one ear with a bite out of it. He's very noticeable. I feel like he's in like just some obscure band t-shirt with a tweed blazer over it.
Absolutely.
And like cargo shorts.
Yeah. As he walks away with them, I'll just be like, nice blazer.
Fuck yes. I have a question. Is Harold his name or is that a title?
He's always been referred to as Harold.
Got it. Dope. So it could be Herald or Harold. Here for
He's
it.
Harold the Herald.
I hope so. That would be delightful.
But as he like kind of brings the two of you over, I see that you seem to be socializing well. Strawberry, you will be told this in a few minutes, but sadly, you will be living here, likely from tonight on.
I'm sorry? What do you mean here?
This is a home for new vampires, Strawberry. They will help teach you what you need to know to survive in this city.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is Lee coming with me? That'd be really.
Lee, I need to have some words with you. I am hoping Lee very much will, but that will be up to her. So it will make sense in time, Strawberry. But you have done everything correctly. You have been wonderful. You're an exquisite specimen of our kind.
Don't say it like that, dude.
I will.
Oh my God, that's just his language. Don't shame him.
Checking in on you. Yes, please do not chain me. It reminds me of bad times. 16th century, it's fine.
Fuck, I keep forgetting y'all are so old. Okay.
Strawberry is gonna take Harold's hands in hers, kind of like she's clasping them, and she's gonna look up at him and she's gonna like cup his cheek with her hand and be like, "You are just so beautiful." And I mean that outside and inside.
One eye is just like a couple millimeters bigger than the other eye.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And she's looking right into it. Like there's no fear for her and there's no disgust. Like this is a genuine earnestness. And Strawberry's going, "I know you tried everything you could. And I believe that completely. I can tell you have a good heart and a beautiful, I guess we don't really have souls anymore, but if we did, you would have like a really beautiful metaphorical soul. And I have something for you." And she reaches into like a pocket and she takes out like a tiny little cockroach. And she goes, "This is Pipsqueak. He will keep you safe and take good care of you. So whenever you are lonely, Pipsqueak will remind you of me. So here you go." And she gently places Pipsqueak on his shoulder.
Give me a persuasion plus charisma.
Persuasion plus charisma. Yes. Okay, so I click that and then I add the attribute. Haha. And what's the difficulty?
3.
That looks good. Man, I do not know how to read this, but dope. Glad I got 4.
Actually, 6 successes, a critical success.
No, he's just bawling. She gently brushes away the tear. Yeah, absolutely. But the intent, sometimes it's about that intention, baby. Oh no, I'm here for it. I'm with you. We're in the moment. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate you. And don't let anybody tell you you don't belong in this family, clan, community, whatever it is. You're special and you're really important. Okay, and Strawberry turns to Lee. "Sis, You know I love you. You know you mean everything to me.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to be less this.
I will be less this tomorrow.
Okay, I hear you. I don't mean physically. I just mean, you know, you could maybe just be polite. Okay. Okay. And Strawberry likes, do you need me to
Chat says
go or
they
do I
can't hear
stay?
Bobby.
There we go.
Oh.
Apparently I bumped the mic. So I don't know how much of that is missing. I'll have to fix it in editing.
Do you need me to go or should I stay here or?
Go see what
You
that Beck
go
person's deal
back
is.
to the doctor.
I mean, don't tell me twice. And Strawberry immediately
Yeah.
hurries out of the room to find Beck.
I just looked at her and I'm like, I speak her language.
I understand, Lee. I don't have much time. The woman that's about to come speak to you is aware of all of this already, but no one else can be. For your own life, I'm having said this in front of you and not Strawberry because her enthusiasm, I fear, would let tongues slip. The man who sired you will be here tonight, but you do not know this man. You have never seen this man. If it is found out that he sired you, he will insist on your death. One of the two of you will have to die, and he holds more than enough power to make sure it's you.
All right. Play dumb. Hide.
Thank you.
What's the vibe? Both?
You don't know your sire. You
No.
understand. I am giving you this kindness, and your kindness is maintaining the secrecy. Some on the streets call it a freebie.
I'm sorry. No. This isn't a freebie because you took my sister from me and caused all of this shit. So you are making it up and making sure that I stay alive to keep her safe. This is not a freebie. You're fucking paying me back.
I need you to give me an intimidation plus manipulation. The difficulty is 5.
Why is my intimidation so low? I thought I made that high. Fuck.
I thought you did too. We made our characters together.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. We were polar opposites. What happened?
Oh, can I switch that? My persuasion's still high. It was supposed to be the opposite. I was just
switch those.
We're in
intimidating.
session 1.
Okay. Let me. How do I unlock these dots? Okay. Yeah, because it's supposed to be intimidation 3, persuasion 1, and that was not what it was. Okay. Manipulation. What? I'm sorry. What did you say the difficulty was?
5. You don't even have 5.
Absolutely nothing.
Ooh. No, that's a bestial failure.
You can re-roll with a willpower 3 dice,
Yes.
and possibly succeed if you get a success on all 3.
What's the
For a 5?
statistical chance of that?
Oh, it's 5 successes? I thought it was 3
Yes.
successes. Sorry.
No, it's 5.
I have 4 dice.
I mean, it's still technically there's
It's
still
possible, but it's again
chance,
like
but
a
it's
1% situation. It's actually less. It's a 0.1% chance.
You'd have to get 2 10s and success.
Yeah, it's actually more like
What is the
chance,
like
but-
downside of using your willpower? Like,
I mean, it burns up.
Once you use all your willpower in a day, you get negatives to social.
Does it like refill daily though, or like
You get your
after a
resolve
while?
back every morning when you awaken.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so it will heal.
Cool.
But yeah,
So
you
if
would
you have
need
But yeah, no, I'm not
2
gonna
crits and a success.
Follow-up question on that are we doing days per session, or are we doing days like in game its own
When
time? Just so that we
days
understand?
happen, they'll happen.
Got it. Okay, good to know.
But yeah, so with that, you're gonna go and you're gonna feel this almost like rage, almost shoot at you as you do this.
Fully,
Your hunger is
pissed
gonna go
at
up
him,
by
like I have
1.
so many people.
But Harold, in response, is completely calm, and he's going to come close to you. He will say, "Understand this, Lee. If I did not choose to be kind to Strawberry, your jugular would have been found in the sewers well before Strawberry ever saw your face. She would not know you would be lost. I did not have to do that. I chose to, out of kindness. Now I'm trying to make sure no one else does it to you as well. I am offering you an olive branch and not asking for something in return. No one else in the city will do the same. Be glad I do not ask for a favor to be marked later." Now
This is
enjoy.
bullshit. Other people get non-favors. God damn it.
Now enjoy your party. And mind your tongue. And that is where we are going to go on break for about 10 minutes. We will be right back.
Really good cliffhanger. Do we just want to do Disney trivia? Because this ain't happening.
How dare you? No, I want to play the game. I want to play the game.
We are here. We got this. Let's go.
You're a time-traveling corpse?
Apparently.
That is awesome.
Now this one wasn't me.
It's not our fault.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
He is so excited and is bouncing so much. Like, there's so much excited bouncing.
Obviously, everyone's into anarchy.
Yeah, you cannot be.
He's so cool.
My world is crumbling around me.
Nice to meet you and explode with you.
I suppose that is nice, yes.
Might have better.
Fuck you.
I knew we weren't going to get off scot-free from murdering someone.
Yeah.
Tear my seams apart for you. You sell me every little lie is true. Oh yeah. But I listen to the heartbeat on the floor. I feel loud every breath just like before. You can't take it anymore. Where you gonna go tonight? Why don't you wanna wait it out? I don't know what you're running for. All you wanna do is fight. Why don't you wanna make it right? You don't know what you're running for. The Information Superhighway. Newcom, nice of you to join us.
When average teenager Arthur Padrone finds out he's the reincarnation of King Arthur of Camelot, he, Merlin, and Lancelot go on a road trip to find the other Knights of the Round Table before danger catches up to them in this comedy fiction podcast. Listen to Friday Night Fights wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes.
It's only rolling one die for my rouse check, so I didn't know if that.
Rouse, I believe, is
That-
always just one die.
It's 1d10.
Because I thought I read that if you had something else like humanity.
Humanity 8, you don't need to roll for a specific thing. Hold on.
Yeah. There's certain things you get to just not roll for.
Yeah, because I might, if it was, I just want to make sure I'm at the right level because I don't know when we're feeding. That's all, and I forgot to check that.
That is fine. We are also live. Hey.
Hi.
So we are back. I'm also getting.
I'll look it up.
Also a passive thing. All right. Amazing. I will probably have premonitions kick in next episode because we have a lot of exposition to get through. But everybody, we're back with. Technically, it's the Big A Dice game, but this is when we don't have branding on it because it's Portland by Night with chapter 2 of our chronicle as we begin Elysium. Oh, yeah, Mary doesn't have to do Blush of Life.
Well, I get to roll 2 dice for blush.
So did you fail the Blush of Life one?
I failed it. That's
So-
why, because I'm at
Okay.
3 right now.
Yeah, lower
so
your
that's why I wanted to
9.
double check.
At 9, you don't have to roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess you can re-roll.
Yeah, you can just roll one
a
more die.
D10.
Yeah.
Okay. Please be good.
Roll another die. We'll see how it goes.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, yeah, so your hunger's 1 lower.
Okay. That makes me feel a lot more comfortable.
All right. Hey, everybody, welcome to chapter 2 of Portland by Night, Elysium. As we are going to open after some time, we're going to assume that Melody talked to the two of you since Lee was already clued in of what was happening and everything. Because we're just going to jump to, like, the Elysium starting.
You don't have to take a roll.
So, as people are coming in, there's probably about 24 people at this Elysium.
Melody will greet every one of them by full name.
So, yeah, there's so if
course
you want
she
to do
will.
everyone by full name, even the minor, like, non-court people and everything,
We don't actually have to say the names out loud.
No, just give me an etiquette plus intelligence check. Do you have at least 3 dice?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because the difficulty's 3.
And because it's Elysium, I can add my specialty.
Yes.
Do I have anything else? No, okay.
Hey, you actually get 4 successes.
Yeah.
So you're not only just going to remember people, but like some of them you're going to be like, how's this going? How's that? Like, basically, some details to make them feel more.
How's your new shop going? I heard it's going really well.
So we will clue in on a few people. Obviously, Harold will already be here. He also won't like go through the official greetings. He just lurks as Harold, and as most Nosferatu would.
Would Harold have gone over with Strawberry and Lee proper etiquette at this event?
When it comes time for presenting you, yes.
Okay.
But Harold likes to always be moving.
Got it.
And he's not really he's gonna let Strawberry be Strawberry. But there are a few.
I can't wait till Strawberry meets Anton.
Coming. In fact, yeah, probably the first person coming in is going to be your sire, Anton Ego.
I had to open my mouth.
As This
Is
man.
it actually Anton Ego?
Yes, he's modeled after Anton Ego.
Fuck yeah.
He's an art critic.
Yes, I'm
So
excited.
as
And he
this
hates me.
little kind of stooped man with a long face, he's gonna have like these thick black rimmed glasses, is going to come in.
Anton, what a wonderful surprise. I'm glad you could make it.
Melody, of course I would make it. I'm in charge of Elysium, after all.
Yes.
It appears we did a fabulous job this evening.
Yes. I do believe that the decorations came out fantastic. The artistic creativity that goes into it and everything. It's such a fun hobby.
Oh, you do flatter me, dear, but I need to prepare. We did so well this evening.
Yes, we did.
Glides through.
Like bites her inner cheek.
By glides,
and,
I mean when he's in Elysium, he has this very almost dark presence to him where he's wearing this long coat and you never quite see the movement of his legs. So he always just has this appearance of like just almost sliding along the ground as he goes places.
I want to use something. Where's Harold? Is Harold next to somebody currently?
You're being very tempted to do something to Ego.
No, I'm tempted to use an ability to just whisper to Harold, fuck, I hate this guy.
Oh, yeah. Harold's probably... Ego and Harold are almost like in their own dual orbit where wherever Ego goes, Harold is going not there.
Mm-hmm. So I'm going to use Throne Voice just for funsies. I don't even fucking care that I have to make a rouse check just to have whispered right next to Harold, who this has happened to him before. He is so obnoxious. I cannot believe that of course he's accepting credit for all the work I did. And it's like I make sure it's like when he's by himself and nobody is near him when this whisper happens. But
give me a rouse check.
I succeed.
Harold like looks over all hunched down and gives you an I know right, like he's Jim looking to camera.
Just shakes her head and regains composure. It's the only person she can vent to about him.
Going to need a check from Lee next, as I am going to need. There we go. I hate that I forgot where all my skill list is, but it's fine. All right. I am going to need a probably subterfuge plus composure from Lee as your sire enters.
What the hell is subterfuge?
It is a social skill.
It's under skills all the way at the bottom in the middle.
Oh, wait. I have an advantage, gives me +1 die in social roll. Does this count as a plus?
Yes.
Is a social roll?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. That helps because I have nothing in subterfuge.
All right. So plus composure.
Composure.
You need 2 successes.
I get a 1 + 1 in it. I need 2 successes.
Ooh.
You can.
Or if G.
Wow.
How do I know what a critical is? Oh, are those just
the one with the 2 dots?
Blue critical?
Yeah.
No, it's the 2 dots next to it.
Critical, 2 dots. It doesn't actually count as a critical unless 2 of them are rolled, and then it counts as 4 successes instead of 2 successes.
Oh,
interesting.
And then 2 criticals and 3 criticals would be 5 successes. But 4 criticals would be 8.
Yeah.
So it's every two. for
Every
doubles.
two counts for 4. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
so
I think probably also just non intentionally, just because, new world and everything, and is used to trying to literally like not be noticed in a room, is probably accidentally falling into some like Cloak of Shadows obfuscate stuff of just like not moving, standing in the corner, just watching people, and is just fully out of it.
as this quite tall, very dark-skinned man with a bald head and just this impeccably tailored suit comes in. The best way to describe him, if you're familiar with the actor, I'm going to send an image to you guys, is Jimmy Jean-Louis. Who I need, is this man.
Oh, yes. Yes.
In just this incredibly impeccable fitted kind of ashen gray suit with purple accenting.
What was his name again?
Boban Sweet.
Boban. Welcome. I'm so glad you were able to make it.
It is a pleasure, as always. And I need you to make a roll for me.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to roll insight plus composure. And this is an opposed roll, so I will quickly tell you how many successes.
Is this avoiding suspicion?
No, this is to read him.
Okay.
I will say he got 6 dice to roll. You're going against 6 successes.
Oh, great. I don't think I can beat that.
Just all successes.
I got 6 successes as well.
Hey.
Oh my God. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the faintest hint as he's saying and he turns, you see for like just a half second longer, his eyes lock on Lee and then continue moving.
I do hope you have a lovely evening. I have such a beautiful piece planned later for the piano. So I hope you love it.
Yes. I'm sure I will. I need you to make another check now.
Insight composure?
It is going to be subterfuge or performance plus composure.
I'm going to take performance. Please and thank you.
He only got 2 successes.
Is this one to avoid?
To avoid.
I'm going to ask this every time. To avoid suspicion.
Yes.
Okay, cool. 2 successes, 5 successes.
Wow. He is not noticed. He's like, this must just be chance. And kind of hoping things go well. He doesn't think you're involved with Lee being here at all.
I'm not.
Or if you are, like, not at all tied to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I'm also fully trying. I mean, I don't know if Strawberry would have done any different, but after the chat with Harold, like, I've probably grabbed another drink from Beck because they are delicious, and I'm trying to kind of be by myself.
So,
like,
speaking of
away
drinks,
from people,
down here in Elysium, Beck, you probably wouldn't be trusted to give these out yet, but we will actually probably have Ashton's character, who's just kind of torchbearer tonight, be manning the bar. Of everyone will be given a glass of blood.
Fancy.
which also means if you drink it.
I drank it.
Seeing the blood, however, does mean a frenzy check, correct?
Only if you're at 4 hunger.
Only if you're at 4 or higher? Good. I wanted to make sure, so no one has to worry about frenzying. If you drink it, it will satiate your hunger by 1 to a minimum of 1.
Awesome. Strawberry is totally going to drink it, but she's gonna like be very dainty and delicate with how she drinks because she is 100%, talking to Beck and trying to look classy. And she's just like, so like, what's your deal?
It
You're
just
muted.
what their deal is, God.
Just real quick.
Just kind of vibing, figuring everything out, making friends, still don't know a ton of people, so just trying to get out there.
Oh, so you're like a free spirit.
Yeah.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So are
no,
you
I
like,
totally get that. That's so cool.
oh, I love that. Like, are you from Portland originally? I come from the Valley, out west.
Oh, yeah. No, I can tell you, you seem like a person who was raised around a lot of sunlight, so I get that.
That is so sweet. Oh, have you ever had a reading done? I would love to like pull some cards for you sometime.
No, yeah. I mean, that'd be super cool.
Oh yeah. Let's set it up sometime. Like, we'll totally do it. You have this beautiful grounded energy, and I can just tell you're just very open-minded and just very like try anything once, and I love that.
Thanks. Yeah, that'd be really cool. That'd be awesome.
Awesome, great. And where are you from?
Like Portland, just like the area, just all the cool places here.
Okay, man of mystery. We love to see it.
Yeah.
That's great. Also, I love the blazer. Like, really,
Thanks.
you're really giving, like, what do they call it? Like hobo chic. Like, I'm here for it. Yeah.
Thank you. It's what
You're
I was
so
going
welcome.
for. I think people don't appreciate how much effort it takes to make it look like you're not putting effort in.
Oh my
So
God. Oh my God,
really
yeah. Like, it takes
undervalued.
time. It takes a lot of money. Like, people think you just can get that off the street off anyone. No, you have to go to like an exclusive shop. So
Exactly.
100%.
Yeah,
I see the effort. I see you. So 100%. You look great.
Speaking of hobo chic, is when a man who you would be very familiar with, Melody.
Okay. I was like, you being who?
Comes in. But everyone will kind of notice him. In fact, all the kindred who are familiar with the area will kind of go silent when he enters. His name is Jaeger. And he essentially looks like Jai Courtney in a long, dirty trench coat if he hasn't washed in about a week.
I will need a picture because I don't know who that is. But Jaeger, welcome. She will give like the same exact treatment to every single person who enters because everybody is welcome here. The drinks were just being handed out. If you are hungry today, we do have, of course, 1 drink per person. You are welcome to that.
He doesn't really say much. He has like this full like week of stubble half beard. He's just like and just kind of grunts and takes it.
Well, do enjoy your day, your night, evening.
Get a
Man of many words.
Yeah, we'll just go full Suicide Squad, Jai Courtney, for your reference. Oh,
Was he Captain Boomerang?
He was Captain Boomerang.
I did not recognize him in that role.
Yeah,
They did a great job with his makeup.
They did.
Makes mental note to tell newbies of Jaeger.
Yeah, I've talked to you a little about Jaeger. Like, Jaeger is...
You did.
He's the attack dog for the Camarilla. But yeah, as you two are talking about hobo chic, you see someone who literally looks like he hasn't been indoors in a month.
Melody very politely does not comment on his outfit.
Smart.
Is that like your dad? Strawberry says to Ben.
No. He does look like we maybe share the same vibe, kind of going a little bit further than that, but should we say hi?
I mean, I guess so. He looks like a trailblazer, so like I think we should, right? Because like this is like a network.
Player, though.
This is like a networking event, right?
Cool. Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
Let's go.
Does Melody notice them going towards him?
Yeah.
Well, you are currently doing a lot, so I will.
I think I would step in at that point because I'm worried about. I feel slowly becoming protective over Strawberry.
Straight
I'm
up protect the
protective
baby.
over Beck. I'm gonna intercept like full on like let's go this way.
Cool. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Word to the wise. Unless you have a death wish, I'd stay far away from that one.
So heard.
Aren't we already dead? So like that's redundant.
Okay. Has no one explained this to you yet?
Lee just giggles from the corner at that comment.
Shut up, Lee. I'm learning.
Jaeger has already like.
I all of a sudden come out of the shadows to drink my blood because I finally
like,
moved.
Fully, we know each other so well that Strawberry like pinpoints your laugh immediately.
Yeah.
And just knows exactly where you are and exactly why you're laughing. Yeah, you have a specific laugh for when Strawberry says dumb shit. And she knows it. Yeah.
Here, I'm going to escort the newbies to a table.
Yeah. As you're saying that, Jaeger has already pulled out like just a little box of toothpicks and is like actively pulling stuff out between his fang and his other teeth.
Once I get to the table, I'm going to say, okay, so when we become kindred, yes, it is a death. I think of it as a birth into a new life. But
I love Buddhism.
We basically need blood to sustain, right? There's other ways for us to die. Just because we are dead, it's a transition. But life ends at a point, and we call that the final death. Can happen a number of ways. He is who will be sent after you should you fail to follow the rules of the masquerade. And I would not like to see what's on the end of that toothpick, but I think I know what it is.
You see him like actively kind of looking as what's currently between his finger and thumb has like fur. And he just like flicks it.
Strawberry tears start welling up in her eyes. And she starts getting a little emotional. And that's so sad. Like, in this world where you said we're outcasts, you're saying he's like the outcast of the like maybe he needs a friend.
Oh, I don't think he's
point.
Outcast of outcasts. He has friends in leadership. And
but, I mean, like he carries himself with this like big, strong, like I'm gonna kill you energy. And like maybe he just has his defenses up, you know? Like I just think it's really like I trust you innately because we love a baddie doctor making her way in the world. I'm just saying that like I also feel for him.
I understand. It must be a large burden.
Yeah.
However, you'll learn that some of us retain more humanity than others.
I can tell you're like that.
It
Yeah.
can come at a cost, but I think that you have to remember where you've been in order to appreciate where you are.
Oh my goodness. I have a gift for you. And Strawberry goes into her purse. And it's not an animal. And she takes out like a bundle of sage. She hands it to you. It's like, this is really great for clearing. So if you're ever overwhelmed or stressed out, according to the indigenous culture, you can't just buy these. It has to be gifted. So this is my gift for you. Here you go. Thank you for keeping us unalive alive. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. I usually use juniper for that exact reason. But...
Oh, we love juniper. Okay, well now you have this too. You can have a little bit of one, a little bit of the other. Yeah, beautiful.
It is very appreciated. Now, make sure that you get a glass tonight, okay? That will, Beck knows already, but if you're new, it can be a while till you get the next one, so.
Oh, Beck already poured me a glass. Like, perfect gentleman. We love to see it.
There's another that'll make you feel a little bit better.
Oh.
So, as you're basically time to go, there's a somewhat gentle tap on your shoulder, Dr. Whitlock.
I look very just slowly without just a care, like I'm supposed to be here.
What you see is Tom, someone who basically he looks like Tom Ellis with slightly longer hair and glasses. So again, for our people who don't know names. And he's just, hello. Are you the doctor from Chicago?
Yes, Dr. Whitlock.
I am Dr. Krev. My friends here said I should be expecting you. If you need assistance in research, you can find me here. And he gives you a card for Dr. Krevmakov at Province St. Vincent Hospital.
I appreciate that.
The researchers of the Seguin must stick together.
I give a nod.
It was good meeting you, Doctor.
Good meeting you as well.
I think he likes you. That was such a, he's smooth.
I think we both have something that we need from each other.
Oh, saucy. Okay, so that's on the table as vampires, huh? Didn't know.
Well,
good to know. Good to know.
It depends. Humanity-wise, if you feel closer to alive, then yes, you can do that. But should you lose that, you lose that. So.
Oh no, we can't have that because that's life energy.
Yeah. What does humanity need to feel pleasure from sex, Nikki?
8.
So anyone whose humanity is lower than 8.
Humanity 7, you can have sexual intercourse, but you have to fake it. And it just gets harder to fake it. The lower your humanity is, eventually you can't do it at all.
Oh, that's
damn.
Okay. Strawberry's at an 8. Beck, what you got going?
Oh, wait.
Okay,
I did not finish my fucking character sheet. I have nothing in humanity, and that doesn't seem right. How am I supposed to know how many I have?
You start at 7. automatic.
Okay, I have 7
Unless you
then.
spend XP to.
Oh yeah, then I guess I'm at 7.
Yeah.
And
Because
the
I have
only
nothing in it, so.
usually at start, if you're a consensualist, then you get up to an 8. But
Yeah.
Oh, I think I am actually. Hold on.
Yeah, I got that prey exclusion thing. Non-consenting, can't eat. So yeah, I'm at an 8.
Oh.
Mine's a 6 because of my generation.
All right. So only a couple more people of note will be arriving. Mr. Fleming will come, who you will recognize. He is the diner for the Portland PD, which is essentially the police mortician. He mans the morgue.
Mm-hmm.
He is literally just the mortician from Scrubs, or Scrubs from Psych.
Oh, those are entirely different vibes.
Yeah.
I wanted the mortician from NCIS.
I mean, the mortician from Scrubs is Doug Murphy.
Or not
He's
the
only a
mortician,
mortician because he's so
I want
clumsy.
Abby from
But the
NCIS.
mortician from
but I want-
Psych is Woodrow Strode, was his character name, which is this man.
More strange, less awkward and clumsy.
Yeah.
100%.
And then finally, there will also be Benjamin Burke coming, who is not Benjamin Burke and Mr. Fleming. Neither of them are part of the court. Mr. Fleming is worth knowing because the Portland PD morgue, having access to that is quite useful for many of you.
Where would be my contact? Because I'm in contact with someone in a morgue because I'm a bagger, and
okay,
that was like my thing.
So,
I don't know if it would be him.
No,
but...
it would not be him because he's another vampire. But it would probably be someone who works for him, because as the diner, which I had to look up what the term was, he's the person like in charge of the department. So you would have a contact probably with like an assistant
kid,
or a night watchman or someone like that. And then Benjamin Burke is here. You've been seeing him come more frequently, but until recently he didn't come to Elysium much because he's one of, like many people, doesn't actually live in Portland proper. So again, one of the things that will be taught to everyone who's new to Portland, but Megan and Nikki's characters would know, is only members of the court are allowed to actually haven in the city. Portland's domain is also all of the suburbs and small towns around Portland.
So he's trying, so I'm guessing he's trying to get on the good side to join the camp so he can move into the city?
He may be.
Okay.
He definitely has been trying to make connections and inroads in the city. He is also, you would actually probably know, he is a Ventru.
Of course he is. We'll say hello to both of them as they enter.
Yeah. In fact, I will actually say, given your position, you would already know. He has a, I mean, he likes to call it a ranch outside of town.
Mm-hmm.
And he sells blood bags.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good to know for when I find out Lee is the bagger, if necessary.
But not the best way to put it is he's not your standard Ventru either. He's not coming in a suit. Burke might actually notice him first because he's coming in Wranglers and a button-up flannel.
Ventrus come in all shapes and sizes.
Exactly. Very much, he definitely wore a cowboy hat here, but he knows the proper way to act. It's down at his side, hair slicked back.
How's the business going?
Well, thank you, Melody. Business is going quite well. We seem to be working out a few kinks with our cattle, but
I could imagine. Well, I hope things continue to go swimmingly and everything goes wonderfully. If you have any questions about joining the Camarilla, like sure it's something she says every time, please do let me know.
well, we already joined.
You
At
did?
least well, of course. It's a Camarilla City I'm working out of. I gotta make nice with the locals. I know how I'm doing everything tip top right.
Well, then I'm glad that you have taken the appropriate steps, and I'm sorry that I missed that note.
It's fine. I don't make my business too public here in the city.
I do make it my business to know things, though, especially when you're in Elysium.
I'm aware. I know the rules out here. I'll be on my best behavior. Don't need to worry about little old me.
I never do. Have a wonderful evening.
Have a wonderful evening, ma'am. Everyone's just in silence, but he comes walking in. I'm actually going to have a question for Beck, given all this. Beck, we very much established you actually come from money. This is more a style choice.
Yeah.
So, like, what are your opinions, like, with Benjamin? Because he's been here at least the last 3 or 4 Elysiums.
Yeah, I think wary, maybe like a little bit of judgment, but also just very much wants to make friends and is willing to give everyone a shot.
Well, that's fine. That means Benjamin probably would have saddled up next to you with the first couple, thinking you're not from the city at first, because
fair enough.
He throws out a bit of that naive charm. Whether it's real or not, we're dealing with vampires. You gotta worry about that and decide on your own.
Oh, such a sweet moment.
Yay. And the camera's gone. But yeah, he would saddle up with Beck, so he'd recognize her. We don't have to worry about a scene with that, though, because Beck is indisposed.
Strawberry's heart is broken right now.
There we go.
Hello, I'm sorry, my friend just came in from out of town.
No worries. But yeah, Beck would saddle up to you, or Beck, you're Beck. Benjamin would saddle up to you, just friendly face, try and keep close. Pretty much, he's going to constantly be like working as a networking circuit. But whenever he doesn't see someone fresh to go to, he'll kind of migrate near you.
Yeah.
But with that, all of our major players are on the field. I will also note, well, there were people coming and going in the background with Melody, and we had Jaeger introduce himself to other people and not through the front. That's also because Jaeger did not come through the front door.
Question.
Melody still introduced and said hello.
Yeah. Fine, like, yeah. Oh, yeah. You probably would have beeline to him, like,
like, that's not the proper entrance, god damn it.
But as this goes, eventually Prince Thea is gonna be up on the stage, and she's gonna use one of her long nails and tap it on a crystal glass, getting everyone's attention. Hello, everyone. It appears many of us are here tonight. I know it's just another of our gatherings, but community is quite important. I hope everyone is doing well. I have not heard of too many complaints. But tonight we do have someone new. Actually, several new. people entering the city. We'll welcome our traveler first. Miss Dr. Whitlock, may you please come to the stage so everyone is aware, and we may introduce you to Portland proper.
I will come to the stage very elegantly and with all the respect that I can.
This is Dr. Adelaide Whitlock. You may have heard of her coming, depending on your proclivities. But she is a Tremere. Yes, she is one of the exiled. As with all, we do not worry with what brought her here. If she feels free to tell you, that is between all of you. Dr. Whitlock, as a Tremere, you are granted the hunting rights of West Portland. The other Tremeres may inform you of the specifics, but anywhere within West Portland you are free to feed as long as you do not violate our rules. However, as a new entry to our fair city, and given the sad history of your people, if you do not yet have a place of residence, we do have one for you. If you wish to accept it, you are more than welcome. You will still be of the Tremere, and we hope you find your place in this city. But if not, our gracious host, Miss Serrano, has her doors welcome to those in need.
She forces a smile on her face.
Now, our bigger, much larger discussion tonight. Many of you may have remembered that at last month's Elysium, our quiet little Nosferatu, Harold just like slightly shying away, requested a companion. We allowed it, as Harold has been with the city as long as we can remember, and it has been many decades since Saring has been permitted by any of his clan. As one person towards the back is like, that's because it's just him. And immediately, Jaeger gives a look to the prince and a look to the person who spoke up, and the prince will just, we speak when spoken to. Please do not have it happen again. And then looks back at Jaeger. Like, it will not happen again. Because of that, we are welcoming someone new. However, unbeknownst to us, it appears we have twins of a sort, as siblings are brought to our city. Will Strawberry and Lee please come to the stage?
I feel like Strawberry is trying to like pull Lee, and Lee's pulling back, and Strawberry's like, come on, it's gonna be all right. God, sorry, I almost used my voice for a different game. It's gonna be all right.
You're not Atticus.
Not Atticus right now. It's gonna be all right. Just come on, it's gonna be great. I just
like very, as I'm just like head down, like cut a look over to Harold, like, you better be fucking right.
Please look at the prince. She's gorgeous. Like, come on, let's go. It's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
You make your way up. Prince Thea will say, we also seem to have a bit of a miracle. One of these two was sired by a Nosferatu. And if you were not to tell me who, at a glance I would not even know. But Strawberry is of their clan. Given this rather unusual presentation, as like a roach literally just buzzes across the room and lands on Strawberry's shoulder.
Hi, Pipsqueak.
We've discussed alternative living arrangements, but the Nosferatu, as anyone who would like to open their mouths again, looking at the one guy who spoke up, just because you only see one of their kind, our cousins prefer their privacy, but value information. Strawberry here will be acclimated to more traditional kindred society. Also under the tutelage of Miss Serrano and her gracious housing situation. But we have a sibling here, and do not fret anyone who may worry. It is one who meets our requirements. A couple chuckles. However,
dart at the chuckles.
Not a Nosferatu. We believe a Malkavian, and we may seek insight and help, but this is a clanless as of now. They, without a home, are allowed to either find their own place, typically within the thin bloods on the island. But given our strange situation of siblings, we do not wish bad blood in a city with so little of it. Given that Strawberry, the Nosferatu, will not be residing with her clan, I, as your prince, has decided that the clanless may also reside with Strawberry.
Mercy beaucoup, Prince. And she hugs Lee, not the prince.
Okay.
I want to be so clear.
These are the faces, along with Miss Levain back there, like gesturing to Beck, are under the tutelage of the Elysium. They have their clans. When the time is right, you are expected to welcome them in to finalize their bringing forth, even those with unusual situations. But I do not need reports of any of these faces feeding in downtown. They're of the Elysium. They're permitted. We all know the repercussions if they were to do it foolishly. And I will say, Melody, you see this like smirk of a plan come across Ego's face in the back.
She'll notice it, but keep her face straight, and then turn her attention back to the prince, not giving him any type of satisfaction of a reaction.
And with that, the City of Roses, Portland, welcomes you, new kindred. Please make the most of it. Take your tutelage seriously, because we cannot afford too many corrections in a city already so filled with second chances. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
I feel like Melody's gonna have to have a long talk with like some people after this and be like, okay, look.
That's for next week.
I disagree profoundly. This is gonna be great.
But thank you, everybody, for, who stuck around. We will be back next week. I believe we are going 6 weeks to see how this game plays out. And if it goes well, we may continue at a later date. But until then, our first chronicle has begun. And we'll see you all next week.